News from Ukraine today. The Ukrainian military destroyed 5 planes of the Russian Federation in 3 days. Over the past few days, saboteurs coordinated by the main intelligence of Ukraine destroyed 5 Russian planes, including strategic bombers. So, agents cooperating with Ukrainian military intelligence attacked the military airfield in Soletski, Novgorod region of Russia with drones. A Tu-22 bomber was destroyed, 2 more planes were damaged. And in the morning in the Kaluga region of Russia, 2 more Russian bombers were damaged at the Shaikovka airfield as a result of an attack by drones controlled by Ukrainian saboteurs. These drone operations are coordinated by Ukrainian intelligence and have caused sensitive losses to the enemy in military aviation. And the most important thing is that such planes, which were destroyed, are no longer produced in Russia. It is also noted that these bombers launched missile strikes on Ukrainian cities. And the day before, the mass media reported that Ukraine destroyed a strategic bomber of the Russian Federation for the first time during the attack on the Soletski airbase. Photos of the burned plane were published. A video appeared of Putin confusing his left and right hands. Today, a video appeared on the internet showing how the leader of the fascist regime of Russia, Putin, confuses his left and right hands. At some point, Putin raised his left hand in a characteristic movement to see what time it was. But the fact is that he wears the watch on his right hand. Not seeing the watch on his wrist, Putin was clearly surprised, but it seems that he realized in a few seconds that he was in trouble. If he hadn't realized it, he would have looked at his right hand, and thus he would have recognized his puncture. And so you can pretend that you just looked at the shirt cuff. It will be recalled that last year, during a speech on the annexation of captured Ukrainian territories, Putin dipped a ballpoint pen into an imaginary inkwell. In Ukraine, the commander of the regiment of the Russian occupiers was eliminated. The invaders continue to suffer significant losses on our land. Among them, the so-called officers who essentially lost their honor by the mere fact of invading the territory of a foreign country die. So, today it became known that another colonel of the Russian fascist occupiers, Volodymyr Gennadiyevich Kochetkov, who commanded a regiment mobilized from Kazan, was liquidated in Ukraine. This was reported by blogger and Ukrainian patriot from occupied Donetsk, Necromancer. The armed forces of Ukraine achieved success in the south of Donetsk region. In the Berdyansk direction, the junction of the Donetsk and Zaporizhia regions, the Russian occupiers carried out an airstrike on the area of the recently liberated village of Staromayorsk. And from the artillery, the invaders shelled neighboring settlements, the town of Velika Novosilka, the village of Blagodan, and the village of Urazhane. Among other things, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine told about this in the morning summary published on the official page on the Facebook social network. In turn, the Russian fascists write on their propaganda resources that the Ukrainian troops from the Staromayorsky side are trying to surround the advanced Russian units that are holding a salient in the Pryatny area. Also, Ukrainian troops pushed back the invaders south of Bakhmut. During the first 18 hours, today in the direction of Bakhmut, the Russian occupiers carried out an airstrike on the area of the village of Ivanovsk near the city itself. And 1.5 dozen settlements in the Donetsk region suffered from enemy artillery shelling. Among other things, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported this in the evening summary published on the official page on the Facebook social network. In turn, the Ukrainian defender, who fights on this part of the front and runs the Telegram channel, reported, "South of Bakhmut there are a couple of 100 meters advancement, but the Russians have caught up a lot. Heavy fighting is going on."